I'm the Richter Center for Mathematics and Engineering, and I live on the St. Mary's University campus in the west side of San Antonio, Texas. I'm home to almost all university mathematics, engineering, and computer science faculty, and I'm headquarters to the School of Science, Engineering, and Technology. I was born October 4th, 1967. Many people were there, including the president of the university, Reverend Louis J. Bloom, who my cousin building the library is named after, the president of Southwest Research Institute, Dr. Martin Goland, and members of the family I was named after, the Richters. Fun fact, I am 1/3 of a set of cousins, the Louis J. Bloom Library and the Moody Life Sciences buildings, which were designed and constructed by architect Martin Brooks and the Guido brothers in the same decade I was, and I'm a twin, with an annex just to the west of me. I was made of, quote, brick and mortar, and a lot of glass as seen in my staircase. At the opening ceremony, I was purposed as the beginnings of an educational and professional experience for generations of young people to come. So I serve as a place of respite to the SET school's hundreds of stressed, busy, and hardworking students. I cost $825,000, but luckily my namesake family covered a third of the cost, making my construction possible. With their help, I got all the fixings, like brick floors and walls, light wood for the rooms in my center, shelves built into my walls, fluorescent lighting, and even the twin brother building just to the west of me, the annex, contains most of the engineering toys, with a mechanical lab on the ground floor and an electronics one up top. It was purposefully designed symmetric and adjacent to me, with a connecting bridge on both floors for easy access to those busy students always running between us in the rain. But I'm glad to offer them an extra safe space to run around and tinker with robotic arms. In the engineering labs, my students have successfully made a racing cart from scratch, a program that can teach people how to play piano, and more functional instructional projects like a huge wave pendulum. Back in the main building, I've received a few renovations to the first floor middle space, classrooms 105 through 107, and most recently classroom 214, to keep up with all the learning. I used to have a computer center in what's now classroom 111 that housed 2 massive IBM computers. Remember those huge IBMs that took up all that space? Well, I had 2, an IBM 1620 for math and science research that only staff could use, and an IBM 1401 that students used for typing. But now that everyone has their own computer, what used to be my computer center is now room 111, fitting nearly 50 students. My first floor used to have only 7 classrooms, but in 2001, my engineering professors argued I needed more walls. I won a Title V grant and an HACU Microsoft grant, and soon after, I had new servers, new furniture, and 9 classrooms. This meant my faculty could teach more students simultaneously in different courses, like calculus and engineering mechanics. On my second floor, the computer science department was born and flourished, now having multiple degrees and certification options. My most recent renovations happened in this classroom, room 214, which was upgraded to match the growing interest in the cybersecurity programs. None of this would even be possible without all of my chalkboards. As Professor Brother Schnepp said about when I was being designed, chalkboards, there cannot be too many. All my classrooms and even walls serve as workspace for all the content taught. I mean, seriously, look at those beauties. Every student at St. Mary's University goes through my front doors. Since everyone has to take a math class at least once, and I am the home to all math classes, I serve everyone. Like Dr. Golan said at my opening ceremony, through my classrooms and hallways pass the future youth who will help build our community and nation by understanding what's around us. These youth Dr. Golan spoke about are some of the most dedicated and passionate students of the entire campus. I offer a safe space to several student organizations, including the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, who are pictured here, the Society of Women Engineers, the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, the St. Mary's Society of Mathematicians, the Chess Club, and so many more. And when my students are back in their actual homes for the summer, my professors introduce me to local middle and high school students. They hope one day those kids will study within my walls too, and learn all about the power and beauty mathematics, computer science, and engineering has to offer. In past summers, I've supported camps like Girls Code, Made with Code, and the Pre-Freshman Engineering Program. I've been instrumental to competitions like the citywide SI Best, where young local students are paired with volunteer mentors to build a robot. The math faculty stay busy too with the Math Counts national competition hosted on campus. Even though I'm stuck to my four walls, the sky is the limit for the people within me. Before I opened for classes, the Division of Engineering started with Professor M. Turgut Ozan. Then, sometime in the late 70s, that division became the SET school, and later the Department of Computer Science was born. Even though I only have so much wall space, with rapidly changing technology, the students and faculty within my walls stay busy working on those exact kind of problems. They use my rooms to meet and discuss, make plans of action, and learn from each other. My chalkboards may be old, but they're definitely still useful. Because my purpose is to serve all students and faculty, and the programs within me keep expanding, recent plans have been developed by the very problem solvers in my offices to expand me or add more sibling buildings, but I still stand and serve as their first model for what a successful STEM center looks like. My name is the Richter Center for Mathematics and Engineering, and I serve all people who wish to understand the world around us to make it a better place. I hope to see you within my walls someday.